Hello and welcome to the 12-week Winter Arc Challenge. First off, I want to say congratulations on taking that first step, on doing something that's going to better your life and it's going to help you to improve, and you're going to be healthier and you're going to live a better quality of life. The goal here is to develop some good habits and to keep these habits going long after the challenge is over. So congratulations, and let's get right to it. So I've put together 10 different points here, and these are 10 different things that we're going to discuss and go over. This is very important for you to watch this video before using the app and before starting the challenge. Okay, there's a bunch of useful tools that I've provided for you. I've created an amazing 12-week fat loss plan. You're going to lose body fat, lose inches, as long as you stick to and follow the plan, stay committed, and stay dedicated. If you're watching this video, you've already got your profile set up. You've already taken the first step. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to want to upload your current weight, and you're going to want to upload your progress pics. It's very important uploading progress pics. Sometimes the numbers on the scale mess with our head and we don't see what we want to see on the scale. That's why it's very important to take progress pics. When you line those progress pics up side by side, you're going to start to see a change. You're going to start to see a difference as long as you stick to the plan. So the first thing, upload your weight and upload your progress pics. It's very easy to upload your progress pics. There's even a timer on the camera. So that way you can set your camera up in the bathroom or wherever you want to set it up. Try to use the same lighting and wear the same clothes every time that you upload progress pics. Next, you're going to connect all of your fitness apps. So if you look at your dash, what you're going to see here on your dash is a little rocket. And you're also going to see, if you scroll down, you're going to see something for photos. So if you click on the photos and you click the little camera button, you can upload your progress pics. So you can hit start, and it's going to take you through step by step how to properly upload your progress pics. Front, side, and back. Always use the same lighting. Always try to use the same clothing, and try to do the same time of day so the lighting looks the same. So when you're done with that, you can exit that out. Next, you're going to want to connect all of your apps. So in order to connect all of your apps, you're going to click these three little dots right here on the right, and then you can scroll down and it says connect. So from there you can connect your Apple Watch, your Apple Health, your Fitbit, MyFitnessPal. Very important to connect the MyFitnessPal app and start to log your calories so you can keep track of what you're eating in addition to following the meal plan. So this is your dash. If you want to go back to your dash, you're going to click the little rocket here. And here in the dash, in the very top, what you're going to see is your daily nutrition goal, which is the amount of calories that you should be taking in, your protein, carbs, and fat, so you can reach your fitness goals, so you can transform your body so you can lose body fat. You want to hit these goals. It is important to keep track of what you're eating. And then here under your nutrition goal, you're going to see my groups, and you're going to see the 12-week winter arcs. It's going to be a fist and it's going to say winter arc. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. Inside of that, you'll be able to see what the other challenges are doing. If they're doing the cardio, completing their workouts. I will also send a lot of important messages in here inside the group. I'm providing a lot of useful tools. The tools don't work unless you work the tools. You got to take the tools and you got to work the tools. So there's recipes in here. Like right here, we have a ground beef and pasta recipe. I'm going to be uploading more and more recipes as we go through the challenge. And you're also going to see helpful videos showing you how to properly use the app, or there could be stretching videos, other useful tools that you can incorporate with your 12-week winter arc. I might even put workouts in here from time to time that you can do, that you can add in. So there's a lot of useful exclusive coaching tips right here inside of this group chat. So when your notifications go off on your phone and your phone vibrates and you get the little notification from Trainerize, make sure you don't turn your notifications off. Turn them on and check them. That's the whole point of this program, to engage, to stay active with it, all right? So you have the 12-week winter arc group. Also, you're going to get a message from me, and you'll also have an invite inside of the group chat here in the winter arc. If you're on Facebook, how you can be added to the winter arc challenge Facebook group as well. And there's going to be also other useful coaching tools in there as well. So you can have that exclusive coaching for your 12-week workout plan. You got to use all these tools. They're all very effective. You just got to take advantage of them. I'm putting them out there for you. And now you got to take that next step and use the tools. All right. So if you want this program to be effective, you really got to use all the tools that I'm providing for you. So inside of your dash, you're going to see your steps if you connected your apps, your sleep if you like, body weight, caloric intake, your photos, your body fat percentage if you're checking your body fat, if you have a device at home, blood pressure, lean body mass, depending on what you have connected. You can also see your achievements. If you're hitting PRs, then you're going to be able to see your PRs. And if you're doing more cardio or whatever kind of achievements that you're having along the way, whatever kind of success that you're having, you're going to see that right here at the bottom of the dash. Very beginning of the dash, you're always going to see where it says things to do today. It's going to have the workout of the day, whether it's chest, back, shoulders, legs, your workout's going to be right there. You're going to be able to click start now. You can click on it and then you can go ahead and start your workout. Okay, follow. If you don't know how to use proper form, if you're not sure how to properly do one of the exercises, then there's demonstrational videos showing you how to properly do all these exercises. If you need to take progress photos, body stats, or fill out a check-in form, that's also right here for your things to do today. So we're going to move on to the calendar. So we're going to click that calendar and you can see a little bit of an overview of what your week is going to look like with all your workouts. So you know what you're going to work out from day to day. If you happen to miss a workout, for example, if today I didn't get my cardio in and I want to do my cardio tomorrow instead of today, simply hold your finger on top of the exercise and you can drag and drop it to another day, which is fine. You can move workouts around, just don't skip the workouts, okay? And then also, you should do your workouts, complete your workouts, fill out your reps, fill out your sets, keep track of how many pounds you're doing so you can hit new PRs, so you can beat what you did the previous week. That's how you know you're getting stronger. That's how you know that you're improving. So do everything that's in your calendar. In other words, do the program. That's why you purchase the program, so that you can do the program. This is a very, very effective program, but you have to do the program in order for the program to work. That means checking off your workouts, checking off your cardio, responding to messages, keeping your notifications on, checking out what tools I'm putting inside of the group chat, whether it's inside of the Winter Arc under my groups or whether it's in Facebook. You gotta be accountable if you want this to work. So get your workouts in and check them off. You gotta be consistent. It's all about building that consistency. So next, so that's your calendar. Next, if we click on the kettlebell, all right, you're gonna be able to see all of your workouts for that specific phase, which each phase is 4 weeks. We're gonna X that out at the top left and go back. So, and it also gives you some information for each phase on what we're focusing on each phase. And we're gonna get to that in a second here. So that's the kettlebell. That's what that's for. Next, goals and habits. So if you have a goal, and I can also give you a goal, even though you already have a goal that's provided inside the meal plan. But if you need to make some small changes, we can make some small changes with the macros. So it's going to show what your goals are. How many calories, how many protein, how many carbs, and how many fats you should eat. And you can click on that and it's going to show you on a bar graph of how good you've been doing over the past few days, if you're being consistent, if you're hitting your macro goals. If you're hitting your macro goals, you're going to be getting results. If you're not logging your food, not hitting macro goals, it's going to be a little bit more challenging for you to see results. So we're going to get out of that, exit out of that, and then we're going to go under the fork and knife. If we click the fork and knife, now we're going to be able to access our meal plan. So we're going to click on that, click view. So this is the 12-week Winter Arc meal plan. Why log calories if you already have a meal plan? It's for extra accountability. It's so you can have a little bit more freedom with your eating habits, okay? So I have 3 different options for the meal plans. For the men, we have 5 ounces of lean protein. For the ladies, we have 3 to 4 ounces of lean protein. And obviously, if you're eating less ounces of lean protein, that's going to change your macros, which is fine, because for the ladies, we have a little bit less of a caloric intake anyways. There's also an FAQ sheet on the bottom and a grocery list as well. So you know what to get for lean protein, what to get for carbohydrates, and what to get for fats, what kind of sauces and seasonings are okay. Before you start to message me with questions about the meal plan, please thoroughly read through the frequently asked question sheet. Okay, so a lot of the most common questions are going to be answered in this frequently asked question list down here. All right, been doing this for about 19 years and I just only get asked basically the same questions over and over again. So I've created an amazing frequently asked questions sheet for you on the very bottom here if you just scroll down. Next, we're going to look at cooking videos and recipes. If you want exclusive cooking videos and exclusive recipes that are going to help you to have different options so you're not eating the same stuff over and over. You might say, well, I don't mind eating the same stuff over and over and over every day. Yeah, that might be true, but for long-term success, that's not going to work. You're going to want to use different recipes, different flavors. You might be able to do that for a good 3-4 months. You're going to burn out. Trust me. I've heard that numerous times. You're going to burn out. So you want to have different options. You want to mix it up. Once again, use the tools that I provided for you. These recipes, these cooking videos. Use these recipes and add it into your meal plan. You can still hit these macros with these recipes that I'm giving you and these cooking videos. So where are the cooking videos? The cooking videos are inside of the group chat, which is the 12-week winter arc. Okay, if we go back to our dash, and it's going to be under the fist. And there's also going to be recipes provided in the Facebook group as well. Also in the group chat, in the 12-week winter arc group chat, I'm going to provide a supplement list. You should be taking supplements to effectively reach your goals. So I'm sending supplement recommendations. These are Pro-Z supplements. These are very effective. And I use these in my own regimen and I get great results from them. As you can see, they work really good. So I'm gonna also provide a discount code so you can get an exclusive discount for Pro-Z supplements as well. So there's gonna be a list of supplements so you know exactly what to take, whether it's for gaining muscle, losing fat, for endurance, for your joints. I'm gonna provide a whole list for you so you can use these supplements. These are actually at a great price point also. So supplement list inside the group chat. There's another effective tool that you need to take advantage of. Once again, I told you make sure that you're using all of the tools that have been provided for you if you want to effectively get results on this program. Stretching and mobility. I'm also going to be providing some stretching and mobility videos inside the group chat. Keep your notifications on. Every time I send updates with recipes, stretching, mobility, your little phone's going to vibrate. You're going to get the notification. Make sure those notifications are on, do the videos, do the program, follow the plan if you want results. This program is split up into 3 different phases of 4 weeks. Each phase is 4 weeks in length, and this is a total of 12 weeks. So the first 4 weeks, okay, this is phase 1. This is the foundation, okay? We're creating the foundation. All right, we're creating momentum and consistency. So it's very, very important to do all of your workouts, no matter what. Just show up. Even if you had a long day, tired, gonna have a crappy workout. A crappy workout's better than no workout at all. Show up. We gotta build a habit. All right. Missing one workout is a mistake. Missing a second workout is the beginning of a new bad habit. So you gotta make sure that you show up and get these workouts in. You got to build that foundation. It's about building that foundation and starting to clean up the eating habits, becoming more mindful of what you're eating. The first 4 weeks, don't expect to be perfect with the eating habits. You're just slowly stopping the bad habits and starting to clean up those eating habits and getting used to the habit of weighing your food out on a food scale, logging your food, keeping an eye on how many grams of protein you're eating, maybe keep an eye on how many grams of carbs and fat that you're eating. Phase 2, it's time for the level up. You've been practicing for the last 4 weeks. Now it's time to level up, get a little bit more consistent on your diet. So what you're gonna do in phase 2, you're gonna be pushing a little bit harder. You're now taking your last set of every exercise to failure. Your intensity should be up a little bit more. Taking a set to failure, really pushing until you can't go anymore. All right, not to the point of injury, but really pushing so you can't get any more reps, as long as you have good form so you don't get injured. Careful with squats, careful with deadlifts. So you're gonna be pushing a little bit harder, more sets to failure, increasing the intensity, keeping track of your macros a little bit closer to what your macro goals are, hitting those targets for your macros a little bit more frequently, and also working on the mindset. That's my favorite. All right, you can train the body as much as you want, but if you don't work on the mindset, this is the most important muscle that you could work on. For long-term, permanent change, it's really not gonna stick, okay? You gotta change up here before you change here. So some different things that I like to do that made a big, tremendous difference in my life and with my mindset is reading books, okay? Specifically, self-improvement books, all right? Reading self-improvement books. If you're not sure which ones to read, shoot me a message. I'd be more than happy to give you some recommendations. If anybody else in the group chat has recommendations, please send your recommendations. If you've read any books that made a big difference in your life, help you to improve and get better, send those recommendations in. That's what that group chat's for. All the other challengers, showing how you've had success, share it with others, and other people can take those lessons and get success for themselves as well. This is all about helping each other through this challenge and helping each other to get better. So you can also do audiobooks and you can do podcasts as well if you're not a reader, all right? So phase 2 is about starting to level up, all right? We're gonna push the envelope a little bit further. Phase 3, finish strong, all right? Now it's time to build strength. You should be tracking your reps, your sets. Now it's time to hit those PRs. You did 10 reps with 130 pounds on flat bench last week. This week, we're gonna do 11 reps. Maybe with 130 pounds, maybe even 135 pounds. We're pushing a little bit harder. We're trying to hit some new PRs, building strength. That's why you want to use those tools, some of the effective tools that are inside of this challenge, like being able to keep track of your workouts, your reps, and your sets, okay? Building strength, hitting PRs, consistency with nutrition. Now let's work on getting a little bit more consistent with the nutrition. Hopefully we've been able to develop some self-discipline throughout this challenge over the last 8 weeks. Now we can apply some more self-discipline and get more consistent with the nutrition. We're developing that willpower, getting more willpower, and we're getting more effective now. We're working on improving our eating habits even more. We're making this a lifestyle, okay? 90 days, 12 weeks, okay? 3 months. We're developing a healthy lifestyle. We're making now this lifestyle so we could have long-term permanent change. This isn't a crash course. This isn't an extreme weight loss, because I don't believe in that, because you always end up gaining it back. So we want good habits that stick, okay? Important, working still on the mindset, continuous growth, all right? Journal, okay? Just a little bit. If you don't like journaling, it might be uncomfortable, that's okay. Where's the growth? The growth is outside of the comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because that's where all the growth happens. You can't just always stay where you're comfortable. So journal. You don't want to journal a lot, that's fine. Journal 1 paragraph. Journal for 5 minutes. Set your timer for 5 minutes. Journal a little bit, just to kind of reflect on how you're feeling mentally, how you're feeling physically. It can be about anything, how your day went, whatever, what you want to improve on, and reflect on how you can get better. All right, you become mindful of it, and you actually realize a lot of things when you journal. This has been an effective tool that has helped me to reach success when it comes to my personal health and fitness journey. That's why I'm sharing these things with you. Reading self-development, and journaling, okay? Progress and continual growth. It's an uphill climb. Any other questions in regards to this challenge, please shoot a message inside of the group chat, because if you have a question and I answer that question inside of the group chat, it might be a question that somebody else might have had or somebody else might have in the future, and that answer to that question is going to be able to help them to navigate their way through this challenge. So I'm very excited to see you transform your life, your mind, and your body. You have all the tools that you need to have success with this 12-week winter arc. Right now, everybody's getting lazy, everybody's slacking. It's the winter months. Everybody's losing motivation, okay? While everybody else is slowing down, it's time for us to double down. It's time for us to speed up and go harder. Jeremy Scott, out.